back. So we're in the garage, and I've got all the bits that I collected off Dennis the other day when we were in the shed, and now it's a case of just trying to work through these bits just to get them ready for painting. So got the bumper first. What I'm going to do is dismantle the bumper. So take off these tread plates, take off the number plates. One thing I wish I'd realised is that these these corner pieces, I don't know if you can see if I lift it up, these end pieces here, they actually are just bolted on. So if I'd have taken them off, that would have made it a little bit shorter, because getting this in the back of my car was tricky. It took the absolute maximum length of the car to get it in. That would have helped a little bit, but we live and learn. So first thing is to take these tread plates off. They're just riveted on, so we'll just drill out the rivets, and then obviously they'll get cleaned up, and then they'll have to be riveted back on once it's been done. One thing I will need to do with everything is give it all a damn good clean. So once I've got these off, I will be jet washing the whole thing. I do apologise now if any of you can hear my dog. He was barking to get in here. As a way of an update for those people who are dog people, you may recall back in, well, basically the very first video that I did, or one of the very first videos I did, I introduced you to Frankie. And Frankie was my dog, or the family's dog, and he was going to be part and parcel of these videos. He was going to be in, sniffing around, doing what dogs do. Unfortunately, one thing that dogs also do, unfortunately, is pass on. So we lost Ronnie. We lost Frankie probably about 5 months ago now. So I didn't mention it at the time. It was obviously, you can imagine, quite sad for us. We now have a new dog. We now have Ronnie, who is also a Staffordshire Bull Terrier, and he is a puppy. So letting Ronnie out here where I'm drilling, etc., would not be the best idea in the world. He would be, well, all these little bits that are coming off here, which I'm going to have to make sure I clean up. All these bits would have to go, because he would just literally grab hold of anything like that. So he's a playful chap. So these rivets are coming off quite easy. This, believe it or not, is quite heavy. So they definitely need to have a, I don't know if you can see, I'll come closer with the camera. They certainly need to have a good clean inside, polish up on the outside, but clean up the inside. I'll probably hammerite the inside, because you know me, I do like a drop of hammerite. So I'll hammerite the inside as well, just to protect it. And the same with that one. So they'll go on the bench for the moment. and we'll give them a clean up later. Just need to have a little look, see if I've got a punch. Just a punch to see if we can punch these rivets through now. That's those rivets out. Okay, that's them out. That's that bit done. Next thing is just to find out what size socket I need to take these end plates off. As I said, everything needs a damn good clean, so I'll take, once I've dismantled everything, I'll take it all outside and give it a jet wash. Okay, so they're a 10mm. That's one end plate off, and again we'll give that a damn good clean inside, give it a jet wash off, and we'll hammer it inside of it as well. So we'll hammer it inside of that, inside of the bumper, so that it's nice and protected. That makes life a lot easier, doesn't it? As my saying always goes, engineered solution, best answer to everything. I know there's a lot of people out there who will be cringing, going, oh no, you should be doing it traditionally, you should be using it with, you know, just manual tools, you shouldn't have to be using all these fancy tools and things. Yeah, okay. I'm not here for necessarily doing everything in the traditional way. Yes, I'd like it to look as much as possible as it did when it was in service, but I don't need to give myself a nightmare trying to do all that work. So we'll just turn this over now. Take the number plate off. That's a tight one. I don't want to do that with the power tool. If I can help it, because I don't want to end up. Oh, I don't think we've got a choice. Let's just take it in a bit. There we go. Okay, so the next thing that needs some work doing on it is what I would consider to be the bonnet, the main bonnet. Now, obviously this is going to get resprayed as well, so I'm going to take the letters off. So take Dennis's name off. One of the things that needs to be done on this is to deal with this bend. So this section, I don't know if you can see it better, I'll turn it over. You might be able to see that one is straight, whereas that one's got quite a vicious bend in it there. So what I'm looking at doing is putting something underneath there and just gently pressing down on this to see if I can just take that bend back out again. Don't really want to try and detach it from the bonnet itself. Oh. No, that's not going to straighten like that. That's going to need quite a bit more work. There's absolutely no... sometimes you can tell just by pressing on something, you go, there's just no way that's going to move. And that is one of those things that is not going to shift. So it's occurred to me, what I need is something really heavy on this in order to bend it, and I've been using something really heavy now to bend it. In fact, I would dare say the heaviest thing that I've got in the garage, which was me. So I'm just literally standing on it, and a little jump, no, not even a jump. What I've been doing, look odd, but you know what? It's working. It's straightening out. There was a kink in the metal either side, which what I've done is, as I've been straightening it, I've been getting a rod on that. Just getting a metal rod. This metal rod, and I've just been hammering that out. When we think about what it looked like before, that looks pretty close. Just going to turn it over. Just going to give that a tap from this side. Do you know what? I'm quite happy with that. We'll take the letters off. Get those letters off now. Let's try an 8mm. Yeah. 8mm it is. Okay, so here's the first letter. This is the D off. Quite a few of the letters have actually got no studs on them. They look like they've broken off at some point. And that one rounded off the thread as I was taking it off. It was just not having it. So I'll have to grind them off. And and then it looks to me very much like they're just literally just glued on, they're just flat-headed nuts, or flat-headed bolts glued on, which we can certainly do. We can certainly do that. So that's what we'll do.